what's up? It's Padee and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. Today I'm going to show you how I created this look using the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. So without further ado, let's begin. Using my Sigma Beauty E55 eye shading brush, I'm going to go into Solstice and I'm going to apply this shade all over the lid. And since I crease a lot right here in the inner corner, I really like to pack on this shade so I don't experience any creasing throughout the day. So now I'm going to go into the shade Journey with my E25 blending brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to go back and forth on the outer corner and then blend that in. And now I'm going to go into the shade Stone and do the same thing. I'm going to take a clean E40 tapered blending brush and just blend out the harsh edges. So I actually decided not to bring Stone into the inner part of the lid. I just kind of like how it looks over here on the outer corner over here, so I'm just going to keep it over here on the outer corners. And now I'm going to go into Ember, just pack that on to the lid in the same place that I put Stone, and then again take the E40 to blend out that color. And lastly, I'm going to take the shade Onyx and I'm going to focus this shade right on the outer corner here and right on the lash line here too. This is just slightly going to deepen up my eyes, and I don't want to bring it up too high because I want this to make my eyes appear a little bit bigger. So to work with Tarte eyeshadows, I find that you get the best color payoff if you just lightly dip into the palette and then use your brush and go in back and forth motions on the lid, and that's going to really pack on the color and give you a really good color payoff. What will also help is if you pack on the color and then go in back and forth motions. So that's kind of what I've been doing, especially with all of these colors, because they are very powdery and they do have some kickback and they do have fallout. So I think that to make the most out of Tarte eyeshadows, and this goes for at least all of the Tarte palettes that I've tried, this is the way that I really like to work with them. So again, taking Onyx, putting that color right there, patting it in, and then going back and forth. And you see how that kind of gives me a better color payoff rather than me just kind of like swiping it on or just patting it. So I like really just buffing it in like back and forth motions to really get the color payoff that I want. So I hope that this kind of helps you guys using any of the Tarte eyeshadows, any Tarte palettes. So hopefully this technique will help, especially because I did have a lot of questions in my Tarteist Pro tutorial that I did. And now I'm going to apply my winged liner. This is the Sigma Beauty Line Ace in the shade Legend, a black liquid liner. I love this so much. I'm going to start off by doing the wing and then just filling it in. Right, so now I'm going to use my short shader brush, the E20 from Sigma, and I'm going to dip into Ember, and I'm going to apply Ember right on the lower lash line, just kind of smudging it under here. Again, using back and forth motions to get that pigmentation that I want. And I'm going to dip into Onyx and just focus Onyx right on the outer lash line. To brighten up the eyes, I'm going to take the Polished Inner Rim Brightener and I'm going to line my waterline with it. I'm going to apply my Sinuosity Lash Mascara from Sigma Beauty onto my lashes. Alright, so now it is time to add some dimension to my face. I'm going to go in with my soft angled contour brush, the F23, into the shade Desert and Terracotta. Just mix those two shades. It looks so pigmented, so I'm going to actually just top off any excess on the back of my hand and then go in and contour and try to chisel out those cheekbones. Right, and then go down to my jawline. Look at the difference. Night and day, seriously. And now I'm going to use that same brush with whatever product is left behind and just kind of contour the nose. I'm just gently just kind of patting that powder, the excess powder, onto my nose, and you see the difference already. It just kind of slightly contours the nose, just softly. So I just like doing this. And sometimes I do prefer a more precise contour, and on those kind of days then I'll go in with a more precise contour brush. But you know, when I'm just trying to be not as extra, I just like to use the same brush. And now I'm pretty much done. I'm really happy with the way my makeup turned out. I really like this palette so far. And to kind of finish off this look, I already showed you guys in my previous video what I like to do to make sure that my highlight is like really booming, and this is just something personal. You can skip this next step. Well, first, before we skip the next step, we're going to spritz my face with MAC Fix Plus. I love this step because this just makes your makeup mesh together and just feel and look like skin. So I'm going to spray this, and then after that apply just a little bit more highlighter to make sure that it just really pops. I love this because it really pulls the look together, and in some weird way it just makes your makeup look cohesive. And so this is definitely a step that I usually don't ever skip. So the highlight that I'm using is actually coming from the Becca x Jaclyn Hill face palette, and I'm actually also using like the blush in here, Amarato. And then I'm going to be mixing in Champagne Pop with Prosecco Pop. I'm just going to hit the top of my cheekbones. And this really intensifies that highlight. So I know not many people like to look this glowy, but for this video, we're going there. And you know what I forgot to do was apply some highlight on the inner corner here. So I'm just going to take Prosecco Pop and apply it right in here. And I'm also going to apply some right here under the arch of my brow. And I like to take the E55 eye shading brush and just kind of blend that highlight shade because I don't want it to look too harsh. So here's my final look using the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really enjoyed doing this tutorial, and I think I am really enjoying this palette so far. I do want to mention that I probably won't be using the neutral shades in this palette. I just don't find myself reaching out for neutral palettes. So for me, this middle section is probably gonna go wasted, but I do like this darker section and this other warm section. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it makes my eyes look dirty, it like makes my face look dirty, and I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of neutral colors on my eyes or my face. So yes, I just wanted to mention that very quick. This definitely isn't your palette that you want to reach for like a very dramatic, colorful look. Obviously, this is definitely more of your everyday palette where it has your contour shades and your everyday browns. And if you like neutrals, then you'll like the neutrals in this palette. I just don't think I'd ever be reaching for the neutral colors because I don't like neutral on my lids. Otherwise, I really enjoyed the warm colors in this palette. I enjoyed most of the shades in this palette, and I'm really excited to create more looks with this palette. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. Make sure to follow me on all of my social medias, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below, as well as any video requests. I will see you guys in my next video, and as always, have a beautiful day. Bye!